Okay, so we're on 2.7, graphing techniques. So transformations just mean change. So there's many different ways we can change a graph or a function. Okay, so let's look at the vocabulary first. This is a list of all the rules. Okay, I'll come back to it in a second. So let's go to the vocabulary. So we can stretch something. Think of an elastic. You pull it. So you can take an equation and stretch it. You can stretch it vertically. So vertically is up and down. Okay. So you can make it taller by stretching it, or you can shrink it and make it shorter vertically. Same thing with horizontally. So if I pull something this way and I stretch it, it gets wider. And if I shrink it, it gets thinner horizontally. Now if I want to translate something or shift something, it just means pick it up and move it. You're not changing the shape, you're not making it wider or thinner or taller or shorter. You're just moving it. So translate just means just to move to a new location. Reflection. So in a mirror you have your reflection and everything is exactly the same. So we have symmetry here. So if I cover up this side of the butterfly, if I have this line and I reflect this side of the butterfly over to that side, it's exactly the same. And so this has symmetry. Same with the mustache, Shanab. I put a line here. This side is exactly the same as this side, so there's symmetry. If I put a line here, this is not the same, so there's no symmetry. No symmetry. I didn't have anything else to put, so I put a cute kitten. Okay? So this is all the vocabulary you need to understand for this unit. Okay? So let's look at the rules. So if I have a function and I put a number in the front of it, and this number is bigger than 1, like 2, 3, 4, or 5.5, anything bigger than 1, it stretches it vertically. If this number is between 0 and 1, so like a half, 3/4, okay, anything that's less than 1, between 0 and 1, then it shrinks it vertically. Now if I put a number inside the function and it's bigger than 1, then it does the opposite, it shrinks it. And if I put a number inside but it's a decimal that's less than 1, then it stretches it horizontally. Okay, now here we just have things moving, translating, just like the sofa. We can move the sofa. So here, if the number is added on the outside of the function or subtracted, this is going to move it up or move it down. But if it's on the inside, it's going to do the opposite of what you see. So if this is plus a number, it's going to move it left, and if it's minus, it's going to move it right. Okay? And if I want to reflect things across the x-axis, so here's a happy face, and I want to reflect it across the x-axis, then it looks like this. There's a negative in the front. Now if I want to reflect it across the y-axis, okay, there's a negative on the inside. Okay, so these are the rules, but we're going to go over them when we go through the book. Okay.